Good afternoon. Seems like the people doing barbecues with kids here. Tropical storm is approaching. It's calm, warm, and after this it's supposed to get hot again. I hope not too much. But it's pretty warm. Now today will be 25 Celsius. I think currently it's 23. And my Carolina Reaper pepper is blooming. I forgot to make a scope of that. And the good news is the flowers are not falling. I remember when it was so hot, the flowers fell down. There's few of them. Storm bringing a lot of wind and rain. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna be, humid and mucky, and normally it would be a typhoon, but it's too weak to be a typhoon. And hopefully it won't hit here. It will just fly away over the ocean. It will maybe one part of it will reach maybe winds, maybe rain. Can never predict those things. How peaceful. All the tables are free here. What does it say here? Nogawa Koen de wa hanabi wa dekimasen. You cannot do fireworks here. End of summer, everyone is buying these cheap fireworks from grocery stores, and we have like 30 kinds you can explore. So you bring them at night outside with a bucket of water and have fun. Oh, and I bought new ants. Tetramorium, I think it's Tetramorium tsushimae. Exciting. They are already sent in delivery. And I got coupon for another ant for free. Because it was the ant festival. Wow, ginkgo. Look at these ginkgo nuts. Incredible, yummy, but they stink terribly. Yeah, I was thinking of buying more, but I was thinking also maybe I don't need. But I'm gonna get ants that I'm avoid buying the ants from outside of Japan, because I want them to enjoy the temperatures as they are. I don't really want to put air conditioning or heating for them. But there's one kind that doesn't hibernate for the winter, so I can feed them stuff. And I heard they are so carnivorous, they love even cooked chicken. Roasted chicken. Yeah, the old ants, well, the carpenter ants, the numbers have kind of decreased. I don't know, I think it was too hot for them. They didn't like it, and maybe they were stressed. But the other ones, the Formica japonica, they're doing okay. Their numbers also decreased, but they're like indestructible. There's still few larvae that need to be developed, and off they go for hibernation. Right now they are slowing down because it's already time to wrap things up. Is it local that you bought? You know, I found this. I was looking about the ants, and then I found this guy in Aichi Prefecture, and he's printing equipment on a 3D printer all by himself. And he also, you know, printed very nice inserts for test tubes, so you can keep your ants in test tubes, so that you can add water and the water doesn't evaporate from there. You know, most ants need moist environment in their nest. So he has printed stuff like that. And when he sends you the ants, you know, he sends it in one of those test tubes with the insert in. But you can expand the insert by adding, you know, different splitters, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's all compact. Are ants expensive to buy? You know, the local ones, $30, 30ish, you know. But if you want something special from outside of Japan, oh yeah, it goes over $100. I'm just sticking with the cheap ones. You know, it's like tropical fish. Jeez, there are kids here. It's a tropical fish that I had. It's the same thing, you know. I just wanted to try this fish and that fish, and it's a lot of fun. But you know, if you have skill, look at this. Look at this. They're carrying larvae. Not sure why. But if you are lucky and you find when the queens are gonna mate, after mating you can just capture those queens, and then you can have your own colony. So like the Formica japonica, I wanted ants so much, I found it at my door. It was really funny. I found it at my door, and I almost mistaken it for a male ant, because there were also male ants. And you know, I put her in the right nest, and wow, she produces lots of ants. It's incredible how hardy they are. But you know, formicas are very edgy. Wow, nice butterflies. They get, you know, spazzy. They if you sneeze, they're gonna panic. That kind of sensitive, and also very sensitive to light, which also you know, stresses them. So you need to keep them in uniform light. How many? I just bought one queen, and there were maybe four ants that came with her. That was the start. And then I tried the Formica japonica, which I found under my door, and she still had wings, I think, and I put her in the nest, and wow, that ant just produces way more little ants. You know, it's just, if you need the ant, you can buy it. But if you know when they do those mating flights, you have to go outside in the right time, after a rain, when there is a nice weather, and then you have to know which time of the day they do this mating flight. And then you just have to look around after that for the queens. They'll be somewhere on the ground walking, and it's, you know, they're big, easy to recognize. This one is a worker, by the way, it's not a queen. But the queen is, if you know, you will see it. They look a little bit different. And the thing is, this hobby is just not expensive. You can observe them. You can feed them different foods and see what happens. Oh, these were the lilies, equinox lilies. Oh, there are equinox lilies here. You can maybe throw them some larvae and see how they attack it. It's fun, really. Oh, look at this. The time for the equinox lilies came. But it's deep here, too deep grass. There's a bunch over there. So basically, you need a queen ant. That's all you need. Fertilized queen ant. And from there, it's just she lays eggs. The eggs develop into larvae. They mature, and then they can feed the queen. She has enough food inside her to nurse, first 10 of the neonitic workers. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. Yeah, the ones that won't bloom for you again. I don't know why, but as you see, look at this. It's like a runway of them. They look so cool. So cool. I just love it. See, this one is on the way up to bloom. This one is already opened. This one already is full bloom. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to go to the nature observation garden, and there's supposed to be a whole field of them. Maybe there will be too many people. Oh, this one's already finished blooming. They're falling. They look so nice, don't they? If you have some, high-resolution camera, it's awesome to take photos of them, because the high-resolution camera captures the tiny anthers here with pollen. It's really cool. It's like a bunch. Look at that. Talking. Maybe they need warmer weather. How come this guy's so loud? There was one that was almost talking to me. I could communicate, but it was quite scary. Maybe these bulbs need some warm weather. Maybe. Yeah, it's strange, right? Why wouldn't they bloom? This is killing me. Oh, there's another bunch here. Oh. Camponotus worker ant. Oh, ant party. What are they eating? I think it's a caterpillar or something else. Wow, they're pretty busy. The tropical storm is coming. really working. Good protein. Good protein. It's like when you have these ants at home, you really have to be careful what you feed them, because the vegetables and stuff we have, they might have pesticides, and there's so many times when these ants get just poisoned. They just, all of them are dead because you fed them something that was poisoned. Which makes the ant store sell you more of their feed. They have different, fish feed, meat feed, sweet feed, all these kinds. Sometimes the ants won't eat one, but they will eat other one just because they just decide. Of the last cicadas. You guys remember this? They were buzzing so much. Now they are gone. Nobody buzzes anymore. Their lives are gone and finished. Their children are hopefully eggs in the ground somewhere. Oh, chestnuts. Look at that. Oh, there's one here. They're so spiky, you gotta be careful. Look how beautiful. Isn't it awesome? Mosquitoes are around too. Ouch, ouch. Cannot touch it even, It's so sharp. They're so delicious. We never get any cicadas this year. We were supposed to. Yeah, didn't they say there was some overlap between species? Maybe it was in Canada somewhere. I think maybe because you are more north, the species number is not as what do you call it? Not as large as where there is warm environment. So maybe the numbers are limited and you just don't hear them much. I mean, here the cicadas are, there's all kinds. So every 7 years, this year, that year. And they always are buzzing. I can never tell the difference. I can tell the difference by the sound, but that's it. Look at the spider. I can never focus on the spider. Oh, I got the focus. Wow. Oh, look, she's cleaning her artificial jaw, teeth. She's just priming her mandibles. I have a really nice spider like this at my plants at the back door, entrance door. And day by day she's getting bigger and bigger, and she's got all these extra caught flies rolled in the silk, ready to have food, I guess, when it gets really cold. I remember when I was keeping spiders, just like this. It was catching flies for them. Crazy stuff. Well, they're still working on that street over there. I think they're putting a divider between the bicycle route and the pedestrian walk. I really want to go hiking at Mount Fuji now. Maybe I'll go, but there's no phone signal, so too bad. Maybe I'll make a video, or maybe nothing. Your own little shop of horrors. Yeah, you know, the guy whom I bought these ants from like 2 years ago, he said he's quitting his job and he's going to live from ants. He's always saying, please buy more so I can upgrade my 3D printers and equipment, and I can design better nests. And he's doing pretty good. Like, he's got really original ideas. Like, he designed this YouTube insert which gives your ants a gradient of moisture. There is a part of the tube is filled with gravel, which absorbs the water. Then the insert comes and it seals off that water, but there's a mesh in the insert that lets part of the moisture go into the part of the insert where the ants are, and then the entrance is completely sealed from so the moisture doesn't escape. And what else? It's a pretty cool thing. There is on the outside, on the other hand, there is a injection port for the water, just in case the water will evaporate after 6 months, little by little. You can reload that water without opening that ant's nest. There's a little pathway in the insert that carries that water to the end of the test tube. It's really brilliant. Oh, Medgrad, welcome. Oh, look at that, some skies before the storm. So yeah, and he also made few stands. So instead of having just one test tube with ants, you can expand to 8 or 10, and they're all sorted on a rack connected together. You can keep on adding, like you can reload it like a cartridge to add more and more space for these ants. It's so cool, very, very original. I saw other stores and they were not as amazing. But this guy, he even responds over email if you ask him anything. He's just, I think, one-person store. I think up to now he might have 800 customers, mainly. Probably all of them in Japan. Penthouses for ants, something like that. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool, right? Because you can keep them in test tubes, and you can just keep on adding the test tubes to the cartridge to expand their nest. I saw a video of army ants forming a chain to attack hornet's nest. Whoa! Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, ants are so diverse. So I think the new ones I'm gonna get, one kind won't hibernate for the winter, so I can feed them. Because when the winter comes, I just clean my table and put all the ants into the what do you call it, behind the fusuma, wardrobe. storage. They for chain with the, I haven't seen anything like that with other ants. That's only the army can do it probably. Other ones just spray formic acid and wherever they hunt, or other kinds have stingers. What else? Yeah, it's formic acid, I think, for carpenter ants too, but Formica japonica definitely formic acid. Chemical warfare. You need a cat that can stare endlessly at the ants. Oh my gosh, that would be scary. Imagine if the ants got toppled and escaped. The cat wouldn't be able to even catch them. They run that quickly. Wow, look at this. It's cherry blossoms. Right on time. Woo! Winter cherries. Oh, the petals are already falling. Beautiful. Can you imagine if you have big ant nest and something happens and they find an exit? You are done. There's also the thing that the smaller the ants, some of them are like 1-2 millimeters small, very, very tiny, and queen is less than 1 centimeter. Those tiny little ones, they are the most famous ninja escapists. You might not even realize, and they would escape your terrarium, and you have to like put super extra protections so that it doesn't happen. Yeah. Whoa, this one is pink. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I think you guys remember this is mulberry. I was picking mulberries from this one. In, what was it? 3 months ago maybe. Very tasty. They say that there's gonna be La Nina this year. The winter might be colder than usual. Sugar ants, what we have around here, and they are really tiny. Yeah, the tiny kind. That's tricky. But the tiny kinds make very tiny nests, so it's probably possible to just dig and capture the whole colony. Or you need some kind of a special ant vacuum, which the guy in this ant store, he made himself and sells those. It's hilarious. I think he sells it for like $50. They're the ones that you suck with your mouth, and they're the ones that are electronic. I mean, heck, you better have one just so you can deal with some unforeseen disaster. Ants escaping. Yeah, he said, with the bigger ones like the Japanese carpenter ants, those, they're almost 1.7 centimeters long. I mean, the queen can run so fast that the vastness of the nest must be really huge, and you will never be able to capture her. But with the little ones, sometimes when they're the ones that the kind that likes to sit under the stones. All you have to do is like flip the stone and suck. Vacuum. It almost reminds me that the people who work with wasps or remove the hornet's nests, they have also special vacuum cleaners for that. But I think the suction power must be must be stronger. I mean, for ants, you want to vacuum them so you don't damage them, right? You don't injure them. So it has to be all taken under consideration. Oh, sunshine came. A little bit of sun, I can feel the hotness. Oh, look at this. What is this? Volvo? Jeep? Toyota? Wow, it's like an off-road car. Must burn a lot of fuel. And then if you're bored, you can always release your ants to the environment. It's so easy. Except the ones that are not from Japan. Those you can't release. Yeah, it's fascinating. Smaller ants are very difficult to observe as well. Wow. You guys see this triangle shape here? This is a spider web from here to there to the bottom. How many meters is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 by 3 meters maybe? You can see the spider web from here. Look how big this is. And there's one spider on it. That's incredible. Actually, there's a second one here. They're sharing. Wow. Sometimes when I walk in the park where no one walks, I cross with my face onto this spider web, and the whole thing sticks to my hat and face and beard, and it's crazy. The spider, of course, is not there because it bailed. But I have to unstick all the spider web later from myself. How big is the spider? About this big. They get, I think, about size like this. Yeah, it's a little scary, but it's okay. And once I went to Okinawa, and the same spiders were actually this big. So I think they maybe like the warmer climates more. Oh, I'm smelling kinmoxi. You guys remember that smell I always talk about during the autumn? I think that was the smell of it. The very tangerine orange-like smell. Osmanthus fragrans is the English name for it. It always makes like, the autumn is here. Yeah, the orange smell. I think these bushes are dead. And maybe that one, if it's not camellia. I know there are huge trees of that over there. This, I think, is camellia. But when you go and get the flowers and smell them, there's just no smell. The smell is so intense when you are away from the tree, like almost like you're sick of it. That's that intense. It's a strange way of interacting with your nose if the smell is so strong. Maybe you guys should try growing it, but I haven't seen it in Canada or Europe. Might be the tree that likes... maybe it doesn't drop leaves. I think it keeps leaves over the winter, so yeah, it would die in cold environments. Wow, these acorns are falling down and what do they call it? Chestnuts. I finally found out the name of the Japanese looking acorn, but it's not acorn but chestnut. It's called kunugi. Japanese chestnut oak, it says. It almost looks between the chestnut and oak, but I think it's oak actually. Oh, there's a nest here somewhere. Oh no, I know what this is. The tree is dying and is leaking sap, and the hornets have nothing to do anymore because the colonies are starting to die off, so they just fly around and eat and really don't, the queen doesn't lay any more eggs, so there's nothing to do for them. So they come to the tree to sip some nice sweet sap. Horse chestnut. Yeah, I wonder what is that called. It's got a heart. It's round, not like elongated like the acorn. It's more rounder. The top heart has kind of tiny fuzzy spikes. Oh, what's this? Mushroom is about to grow here. Definitely it's not this. It's not this. This one is an acorn. But the one with the fuzzy ones, it's much bigger. Fuzzy spikes, and then when it falls down, it separates from the hut. He's crowing, talking to us. These trees, they look... It's cherries, I think. I don't know why they put a fence around. Maybe they are dangerously big now. Might break. What do the squirrels look like there? Nah, just normal squirrels. They make these sounds like if you enter their territory, it's like ka-chuk, 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 ka-chuk. It's strange. But I think this is like the Taiwan squirrel, not native to Japan. I think it's an escaped pet in like 80s. It's all over the cities here and south of Yokohama. But also there's the flying squirrel. If you are lucky and you go somewhere in the mountains, like Mount Fuji, there you can find it. But if you wanted to hear the chaka-chaka, all you have to do is go to the Kamakura, for example, south of Yokohama, that city. There's lots of them there. I think only rich people live there, so maybe someone had squirrel imported from somewhere and it got away. Now they're everywhere. And in Tokyo, there is a squirrel garden where they have a closed outdoor area with nets, and each squirrel has a house, like a bird house, and you can go there and feed. It's crazy. You have squirrels like jumping on your legs, climbing on you, going on top of your hat and head. Yeah, I think I scoped from there once, I don't remember. It was really intense. One almost scratched my eye, which you have to be careful. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going. Thanks for coming, and looks very nice before the storm. We'll see if the storm comes at all. So happy Fisher Monday to you, and we'll scope more. Bye for now, Medgrad and Gemea. Bye bye. Enjoy your evening. See you. Scoping down.